Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends line, and this is the new Deadpool wave. Maybe not new when you watch this, but this is the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure set. And this particular figure is X-23. It's a pretty cool figure. It does come on a standard Marvel Legends packaging here, so we got the nice window thing going on. Cool Deadpool logo at the bottom. The top has the Deadpool logo there. The Build-A-Figure stamp there for Sasquatch. The side has some cool artwork for X-23. Same on the other side. The bottom just has copyright information, so there you are. Flipping it over to the back, we've got some cool glamour shots of the actual character. The figure, I guess you could be more specific. Then we also have the rest of the wave that comes in the set, along with the Build-A-Figure Sasquatch breakdown. So, pretty cool. We'll go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at the figure. Got a single piece of tape here holding this flap in. We'll go ahead and slice it open. So X-23 is kind of a, I guess you could say a clone, but that's not really exactly what's right. It's a genetically modified copy of Wolverine in the female form. So she's got very similar mutant abilities. They went and gave her only 2 claws instead of 3. She showed up in the movie for the Logan movie as a child, sort of, kind of. But in the comics, it's a pretty cool character. She kind of taken over for Wolverine somewhat. We'll toss the package into the side here. The bubble does just lift out here, and you've got the standard gray Deadpool logo with not much going on, so these backgrounds are kind of bland. So yeah, very cool figure itself. It's in a nice X-Force kind of decor, so really cool. We also get the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure piece here. And this is actually the main torso for Sasquatch, so very cool looking. And then the figure itself, which doesn't really come with any accessories this time. Yeah. Lots of plastic noise. Alright, so we'll go ahead and zoom in here and take a closer look. Kind of a smaller figure than some of the rest of the X-Men line here, but or X-Force line. Let's look at the Build-A-Figure piece first. This is the Sasquatch's torso. It looks really cool here. They've got some really nice details built into the sculpt on this thing. Some really cool paint effects going on. Very nice. But we're just going to add this to our stack of Build-A-Figure pieces until we have all of Sasquatch, and then we'll come to a build of it and review that figure by itself. But we're going to look at the actual X-23 figure this time. So it's kind of a basic figure here. There's not really a whole lot of detail work going on. It's still a really nice looking sculpt, but just really not a whole lot going on here other than the paint job. And got a little bit of dust on this one out of the package, which is kind of weird, but yeah, at least it's not actual paint. So I guess it's just paint flakes from something, I don't know. About the only detail is in the belt here, which is pretty nice looking. Got some cool silver effects there, the X logo, and you got some cool kind of details on some of these pouches. Then on the actual boots, you've got some pretty cool sculpt going on there. You got the nice silver buckles there for highlights, the cool little straps sticking out, and some interesting detail work on the actual top of the boots there. If you can see that or not, I'm not sure. But some nice like lace work there. The actual head sculpt looks really nice as well. Very nice job with the sculpting on the hair there. She's got kind of a gnarly looking face there. Snarly, gnarly. Looks pretty nice. I've never really been a fan of the mask she wears here, but it still looks pretty cool. So, yeah. About the only other details we have are actually the claws. And they're just kind of basic claws here. If these are anything like the Wolverine figures, the claws are actually detachable. Let's see what happens if I can. Yep. So these work the same way as the regular Wolverine figures here. You can just kind of pop these claws out through this little peg system here. So you can have a single claw or no claws, and then you can just reattach these by just lining that back up and pressing in on it until it snaps in place. So pretty interesting. Articulation wise, the head spins basically 360 degrees. You kind of have to work around the hair sculpt there to get that to work, but you can get it to go all the way around. The hair is kind of out of that semi-soft plastic, so there's pieces like this that's much more flexible than this side over here, but pretty nice. She can look partially downwards and not really up at all. So, and then she has a little bit of side head tilt. Not a lot though, but a little bit there. We do get the standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints here. Some pretty interesting paint details there in her upper body there. But it is just painted on, it's not sculpted or anything, so yeah. We do get a standard ball and swivel at the elbow joint. And then we've got a standard ball and swivel, or swivel and rocker at the wrist joint. So you can get pretty good articulation there, so that's really nice. Kind of go all the way around with it, so pretty cool. We do have the standard chest twist, and it's got some ab crunch feature, but very limited actually. A lot more limited than some of the rest of these figures we've seen in the past. But I guess it does work pretty decently. But not quite as much as anything else. And you do get side to side there as well. We do not have a waist twist or anything. That belt is very loose and kind of will shift around on you, so you can move it around wherever you need to, so that's not really a hindrance at all. We do have the standard T-hook at the hip joints. So side to side is a little limited, not too bad. The front is actually a little limited as well. The back is somewhat limited, so not a really good range of motion there at the hips. We do have the standard twist at the top of the thigh. We do get double knee joints. We do get a twist at the top of the boots. And we get the standard swivelly rockery contraption here at the ankle joint, so that's nice. So yeah, it's a decent looking figure. It's a little bit limited. They're kind of using that same old sculpt that they've used for a while. If I can remember correctly, they've added a few pieces like the actual hands and the claws here. Decent head sculpt. But beyond that, it's kind of a basic figure. I do like the color scheme on this one. It definitely fits well with that X-Force vibe that they had, that black and gray uniform. So it looks pretty cool for that. Beyond that, it's kind of a ho-hum figure. Not really a lot going on. But it's a decent iteration of the character, so yes. I don't think I would recommend picking this thing up unless you're just a really big fan of the look or the character. But if you do need the Build-A-Figure piece, it's kind of a shoe-in that you're going to have to pick it up. So yes. This particular figure is on the lower end of the price scale, luckily. I think it's going for around the $9 to $10 range usually right now. So At that price, I would actually say yes, go ahead and pick it up. It's really not a bad figure at all. It just doesn't really have anything extra going for it. So just kind of be aware of that and kind of set your expectations, and then you should be fine. But it is kind of a cool figure. I do like it. It'll fit in well with like the Deadpool from this wave and everything. So. That's all the time we have for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below to let us know what you think of this X-23 figure. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button if you dig what we're cooking, and feel free to share this with others if you'd like. If you want to see something specific reviewed in future episodes, let me know that as well, and I'll do my best to see if I can get it for you. Until next time.